Today is a huge day, and we need to see what's going on with the markets and where it could potentially go from here following the U.S. election. And then we also have the Fed meeting coming up later this week. So I'm going to show you the charts. And mind you, I have two new stocks, so hang around towards the end, that I'll talk to you about with the technicals available over at the Discord, available through the Patreon. That link's down in the description. And also, I will tell you more about how you can learn technical analysis and a top-notch trading strategy later in this video. That link also down in the description. For right now, SPY, QQQ, IWM, and then NDVA, Tesla, Bitcoin. Some very important stuff to talk about for Bitcoin as well. And like I said, those two stocks at the very end for you, Boeing and Dollar Tree. What the heck? All right, so let's get into the charts here. So SPY sitting right down near its 50-day moving average. This is the simple moving average that we're looking at. The exponentials are here as well. I just have them hidden because it starts to get to be a lot of mess, a lot of lines on the screen. But if I were to show you the exponential moving averages just for a moment, dangling off the 5 like this is something that is sort of bearish looking. We start to dangle off the moving averages, but that is a fast moving average, and we're overall in a bullish state, being up above the 200 and the 50. The RSI has dropped on the daily chart down below 50, so that's a near-term bearish thing as well. So setting up for, well, it could be a massive pump if that 50 holds right here. That's the 50 EMA, and if I put the 50 SMA back up here for you, this could be that huge bounce zone that we get, that we rally through November following the election. We're going to have to watch and see what we get for that. So if we do push up above that, watch out for the 20-day up above that. We want to pop up above that as well. We could get a rejection as that was support before. So that's something we should watch out for. SPY, we go over to the Qs. Let me tack down the EMAs for a moment. I'll put them back up in just a sec because you'll notice we did not touch the 50 SMA that's on here. We did get rejected off the 20 SMA that's up above. So we want to see, as the pressure comes off, as the questions get answered today for what's going on with the election, we find out who our next president is going to be. This is something to watch out for, because as we finally get that certainty settling in, either way, I think that could be beneficial to the market. So we want to be watchful for that. Trump won presidency could be something that is beneficial for the markets, because it seems as though pro-finance is the way that he would go for that, versus, well, we do have inflation things to consider, stuff like that. But generally speaking, I think we're going to do slightly better stock market-wise in the immediate sense with the Trump victory over the Kamala victory. Some of the socialized care that she might have might be something that caused a little bit more debt to come our way as a country, and that's something that weighs differently. Now, mind you, none of this is political. All of this is just financial impacts from politics for what exactly could come our way. And we'll deal with those as they come along. We'll chase down those rabbit holes as we find out who we get to look forward to as the next president. So let me put up the SMAs just for a quick moment here, because you'll see this red line that just showed up here. As a matter of fact, let me take down the EMAs. You can see, wrong one. Take down the SMA, put up the EMAs. There we go. There you can see, once again, we're off this green 5. We're down below the yellow, which is the 13, and sitting on top the 50, getting a nice little bounce today. If that 50 holds, that can be wildly bullish for us. We want to watch for that. And we also want to watch for that 20 period that's just above there, this pink line that you see up here, as we got rejected there before. So moving over to IWM. IWM stuck in between the 20 and the 50 days on here. So stuck in between about 221 and 218, kind of range bound until we get the decision from the election. It's nice to see the support down around 217. Support, support, support. And as long as we hold that support, we could be in good position through the month of November, maybe even into December. We're going to have to watch and see what happens for the markets. But I got to say that overall for SPY, QQQ, and IWM tracking major indices, we look like we're in fairly good shape as long as we hold on to that 50. As soon as we lose the 50 and we get rejected off the 50 on a retest, that can be a significant sign that a drop would be coming instead. So those are just some comments that I wanted to put out there. So moving over to NVIDIA. NVIDIA's messing around with this 20-period simple moving average, had it as support before, something that we were well above. And now, as we have that market uncertainty and we have the election, earnings uncertainty coming up on November the 20th, which if you want to see my stock price prediction for NVIDIA and my NVIDIA earnings projection, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I'll have that coming out here soon for you so you can see what could be coming our way. We're well up above the 50 period that's on here, and also well up above the 200 that's now at 105, catching up to the rest of it. So we are in very bullish territory for NVIDIA as well, and we want to hear more about what demand is coming the way for its AI products and services. And we do actually want to start to hear, if we can, what's happening on the service side and not necessarily the infrastructure side. We want the infrastructure side to stay strong, but the service side is something that's going to bring in that longevity. So we want to see further demand for NVIDIA services, something is that being a growing part of their revenues, and also if we can hear about what's next for them, especially beyond Blackwell. What's that next huge innovation and step change beyond Blackwell that's just going to keep the punch going at the party? And I don't know that's necessarily something that we hear. Come with the earnings call. That's going to be more about the financial side of it, but that is something on the tech side to watch out for. For the earnings call, it's definitely going to be about the guidance that we hear. We want to hear about continued strength, not through 2025, because we already got that from NVIDIA. So as long as that tune doesn't change, as long as they improve their guidance, those are bullish things for us. But talking about 2026 and talking about the outlook for 2026, does the demand continue to grow during that time, or is it going to start showing us some slowdowns? Because that's going to be really impactful to what we have. Let's move over to Tesla. Tesla in the pre-market here, up above the 20 and the 50. Now, mind you, that 20 was crashing down hard towards the 50, but so far flattened out above both of them, above the 200, still in bullish territory for Tesla. So cheers to that. Let me take a quick sip here. Delicious morning coffee. So for Tesla, we could be on a massive run here. Honestly, we have the side from the Harris Walls side of things, that if they win, that we have the EV renewable energy side that could be good for Tesla. And then on the Trump one side of things, we have Elon's support of Trump and endorsement for Trump. That could be something that could also be good for Tesla. So as a matter of fact, I think the Trump side of thing might be a little bit better because of the relationship built between Elon and Trump. We'll have to see what exactly comes out, if that's the presidential path that is taken. But I think from where we're at right now, this indecisive candle that we got with this somewhat narrow body and these long wicks on this is saying yesterday in trading, it's like, we'll see which way it goes. So if we get a bullish day today, especially on good volume, and we'll actually watch in the near future here, but it'd be excellent to see strong volume today. Big old green candle coming back up this way. That could tell us which way that indecisiveness is going to go. And then we want to start looking for some of these levels that I have on here. By the way, these technicals are always available over at the Discord. They hit the Discord before they hit YouTube. So if you want that access, you can get it there as well. And I still remain uncoordinated, just so you know. So anyway, here's some prices that we see. The red is because the price would have to drop. Well, this is actually from the pre-market, the price would have to drop back down to 243. As we closed below it yesterday, these green prices would be rises in prices. And I have some of those projected out for you. Now, Bitcoin, one of the big ones that we have here, we have to get above the 69,711. And we can actually see that. If I change this out to a weekly view, you actually get a better view. Let me reset it. There we go. Of some of the selling pressure that we withstand during that time. So 69,711 is right across the top of these candles here, and you can see the selling pressure that we got every time that we got up above that value. I can't tell you how critical it is that right up here, I'll really exaggerate that, right up above 69,711. Look at all those high wicks that you get. We had one strong green candle above that where we closed, and the next one ripped us right back down. Selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure, selling, selling, selling. And so, well, getting a full candle close on a weekly basis up above the 69,711 is going to be huge for actually holding on to that price and seeing that skyrocket up to what I believe can push us up to all the way up here. That 84.5 that I have up here, I think is going to be a very critical line for us. One that we should most definitely be watching for if we can catch that next bull rally in Bitcoin sometime soon. I think within the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to see it. But it is something that's possible that we could see that in very short order, as we're not very far away by crypto standards from actually getting to that price in the first place. So I told you that I would tell you about some of the other stocks that I have for you. And like I said, these technicals, I'm going to show you just a small view. I'll tell you what I think the catalysts are for Boeing and Dollar Tree. If you guys want to see the full technicals, you can do that over at the Discord. I'll be posting those. I put up some of them already. I'm going to be filling out those technicals and releasing it today over at the Discord, available through the Patreon. That link's down in the description. Click that link for Patreon. Sign up. Head on over to the Discord to see my buys and sells, as well as those technicals. And then also you can talk with me and my community members numbers. And then also down in the description, if you want to learn to do this technical analysis yourself, you can do so through Stockmo Academy. Stockmo is a close personal friend of mine. As a matter of fact, one of my best friends in the entire world is Stockmo, and he put together a very solid course with very easy to digest pieces, but yet very powerful. Also a trading strategy out there called the bread recipe that he uses. I use it, and people joining that course also get to learn how to set it up, how to use it, how to trade on it. There's also a learning community that goes with it. There's a ton of value that's there, and you guys can get it even cheaper using my code word DOCTOR, DOCTOR. Make sure that you go ahead and check that out. Set up by career professionals, Stockmo and Mrs. Mo themselves, and vetted by me, a doctor of education, 17 years in the field. And I'll tell you what, I stand by everything that's in that course and its learning community. Guys, back to the technicals here. So Boeing, the strike has now ended. We have some increased volumes going back here, and the price action a little bit subdued following that. Now, mind you, where are we on a technical basis right now? Well, we have this whole tangle of moving averages that, well, we're starting to finally break above, but we have the 50 EMA and SMA just north of those values. And so we actually have to break above 158 solidly and sit on top of it as support before we really see that rally. But this bottom is actually fairly nice. So here's some of the technicals that I already put out on Boeing, and there we go. Just a little bit so you can see what's going on. If I really zoom out on this thing, you can see that we're riding right along this support line right now with some increased volume off the bottom of this. Earnings that didn't tank the stock, so the earnings risk gone for now, the strike ending. So this could actually be that next push up that we see for Boeing right now in bearish territory. The RSI, where's the RSI? The RSI is up above 50. We are down below above 50, that's bullish. Down below the 50 moving averages, that's a bearish thing. Down below 200, also bearish. This could be one of those stocks that's ripe for, if not a reversal, just a really nice rally off the lows that it's at right now. So we'll see if we get that push up for Boeing stock, especially if the market itself rallies. That can be something that drags up Boeing along with it. Now, one other one that I'm going to be putting out the technicals for very soon is Dollar Tree. So for Dollar Tree, there we go. This is one the CEO just stepped down, and the market seemed to love it. Now, mind you, I said about it yesterday in the Discord, and today, well, you can see yesterday that we got a bit of a pop off of that, and then it sold back down actually below the 20 period moving average. So that so far be a false breakout. However, today, back up above that value. Once again, we have the 50 EMA and SMA between 71 and 73-ish, almost $74 per share. So still in bearish territory, still like really, really painful for the sell-off that it got. We actually almost got to pandemic lows, 60.82. We got within 62 cents because $60.20 was the low back in 2024 Dollar Tree. So now could be one of those times that we finally see that rally, especially looking at somewhat of a double bottom with this right-hand side of it not reaching these previous lows that we had. So we want to be watchful for that for Dollar Tree. And honestly, with the CEO stepping down, getting some new blood in there, maybe now's the time. We almost have some EMA crosses, and then we could have that moving average cross when we have faster over slower, which is a bullish thing to see that crossover when the faster moving averages cross above the slower ones. That's the 5, the 13, the 20, and we could see a nice pop come off that beyond what it's already moved, especially if we can get up on top of those 50 period moving averages. Those are probably going to give us a pretty significant rejection, at least at first, but a retest and broken could be something where we really see that price rally. And like I said, if you guys want to see those technicals as they hit the Discord, you can do so. That happens before they hit YouTube. Links down in the description. Also for that technical analysis course, Red Recipe Trading Strategy, which is top notch. Use it myself. Stand by the power of it. And I'm so glad that Stockmo took the time to develop it and then put it out there in a course for all of you. That link is also down in the description for Stockmo Academy. Make sure you use the code word DOCTOR when you sign up. Guys, we're going to see what happens after this election. There's a good chance that we get that rally coming. So we'll watch. We'll see. Keep on coming back to this channel. Make sure that you subscribe so you can see those updates. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.